So right now I'm basically lifting 4 times a week, and I'm trying to really, with the nutrition and supplementation, just kind of really just feel my workouts. So I'm not really trying to lose weight or gain weight per se. It's more about making sure my workouts are as good as they can be. So my biggest focus right now is probably getting stronger on the big lifts, so squatting, deadlifting, benching, pull-ups, all that kind of stuff. So that's focus number one, is making sure that I'm getting stronger on those lifts with this program. So if we did 4 days a week, you would have day 1, I would start with a lower body workout, day 2, upper, a couple of days off, day 3, lower, day 4, upper. And then we're switching up the exercises in there. So, generally one day will be more of a squat heavy day, the first lower body day. Day 3 then, which would be the second lower body day, would probably have more of a deadlift emphasis, depending on what we're doing. And then day 2, upper body, would maybe be more of kind of a dynamic effort benching day, where you're trying to move the weight quickly to build some power. And then, the second day would be more of a heavier strength day with the upper body, some heavy bench, maybe some heavy pull-ups or rows, and then some accessory work. So right now I'm doing kind of some heavier front squats, so like 4 singles, and then I'll do a back off set with kind of 4 reps after that. So kind of potentiating the nervous system. You go heavy and then we're going light. But I work in all the rep ranges, so you do the heavier stuff early on in the workout generally, or the faster stuff early on in the workout when you're fresh and you want to be strong and have good form. And then the accessory work, I work in that 8 to 12-ish, 6 to 12-ish range. In terms of nutrition, definitely on the days when I'm lifting, so 4 days a week, I try to get a lot of carbs in, especially around the workouts, before, during, and after. In terms of the protein and fat macronutrient breakdowns, I just try to get a gram of protein per pound of body weight in each day. On the days when I don't lift, I try to get a little more fats in, whether it's avocados, eggs, coconut oil, whatever. Drop the carbs down a little bit, and then on the days when I lift, I drop the fats down a little bit and throw in more white rice, potatoes, oatmeal, stuff like that. I think in terms of nutrition for me, the biggest thing I've switched to is just eating less, less processed carbs has been a big thing. So, the processed carbs are convenient, but they make you feel sluggish. And I've noticed switching to really a lot of white rice, a lot of jasmine rice, the occasional sweet potato, and then regular potatoes and oatmeal. So I'm just trying to fuel my workouts and make sure I can recover and push myself. Supplements, really all I'm taking, creatine, I take 5 grams, I take a teaspoon every day. And then I do 1 to 2 scoops of kind of a protein blend, and that's every day too, just because that's an easy way to get some extra protein in. It's convenient. I really don't do anything else in terms of supplements. I take that back. At night I do take ZMA, which is a zinc magnesium supplement, and that just really helps me sleep better. So I don't wake up at all during the night when I take that. So, there's a million supplements. I mean, really, in terms of creatine, I just get the pure creatine monohydrate. You can find it on Amazon or wherever. It's cheap. There's nothing in it but the creatine. You can literally mix it in water and you don't even notice the taste, or you can just throw it in a protein shake. So just make sure it's a pure creatine monohydrate. I do a teaspoon every day. I think that's sufficient. In terms of protein powders, I do like to read the labels, make sure there's not a lot of filler in there beyond kind of the proteins in and of themselves. And then, maybe they might have some sweetener in there, but I try to keep it as minimal as possible in terms of what they put in there, so not a lot of filler. If you go online and read the better reviews, you can get a pretty good idea of whether something's legitimate or not. Yeah, I do milk-based protein powders. In my opinion, I just think I find I respond best to those. I personally prefer that, but I don't, I'm not, I'm not vegan or vegetarian or anything, so I'm not doing the pea protein powders. I know people that use those and they like them, so if that's something that works for you, I think that's definitely a viable route. I use, it's a protein blend. It's like whey, faster digesting, casein slower, and then egg whites, which are kind of in the middle. That way I don't have to buy like multiple tubs. You know, it's just, I can use it after a workout, or I can use it just throughout the day, and it's going to stay in my system a little bit longer. But that's probably getting a little too far down into the minutia. If you're just starting out, I would just get a good protein powder and try to make it a habit to take that consistently. Yeah, I've definitely found that for me, for what I'm doing, which is getting stronger, and you know, one of the byproducts of getting stronger is you're going to hopefully add some lean tissue mass. Is you know, I like to make sure I get a lot of carbs in on the days I'm working out, and that's for me with what I'm trying to do. So I'm probably getting 2+ grams of carbs per pound of body weight. So it is a lot of carbs, I guess, but that's for me and my goal. And then, you know, as I stated earlier, you know, roughly 1 gram protein per pound of body weight. So I've found that getting good, clean calories in, a lot of them on the days, especially when I'm working out, during and after the workouts, so I can use those nutrients to kind of build myself back up, has been really effective in terms of helping my recovery from the sessions and progressing. And then on the days when I'm not working out, I tend to drop the calories overall, and especially drop the carbs, probably half of that, you know, about more of 1 gram instead of 2 grams per pound of body weight. So, you know, the other thing I'll say is, you know, in terms of when I add the carbs in on the days when I'm not lifting, I don't like to do the carbs early on in the day. I find it makes me sluggish, so I like to put those carbs in more in the second half of the day. I just found that works a little bit better for me, so that's something you can experiment with. Is kind of the timing of the carbs. If you feel sluggish, if you eat a lot early in the day, maybe try to push them back later in the day and focus more on proteins and fats on the first half. Correct. I mean, I would say roughly I'm looking at 15 to 16 calories per pound. I basically do my body weight times 15 or 16.
Okay.
And then I kind of do the percentages off that. The remainder would be fats. So if I have a day, you know, a lifting day, maybe I go up to like 16 times body weight for calories, and then I do those 2 grams per pound of body weight for carbs, 1 gram per pound of body weight for protein, and then the rest would be fats. The fats I found, those just kind of filter in more or less from the protein sources, and when I'm cooking from oils and things like that, coconut oil, butter, they just kind of naturally get in there. I don't do it as much as I used to. I still do it 3 or 4 days a week. I fast for roughly like 16 hours, 15 to 16 hours, maybe more if it's if it feels good that day. In terms of the workouts, if I'm going into a workout fast, so that means I haven't eaten since 8 or 9 p.m. the night before, and then I'm working out at 11 a.m., 12 noon, something like that. I do like to get kind of a protein shake and then some type of quick digesting carb source in kind of as I'm doing that workout, just so I have something in my bloodstream so I don't kind of break down my lean tissue mass and I'm still building up. So generally, if I'm working out fasted, that's what I'll do. I'll try to do a whey protein and then a quick digesting carb, so that'd be like rice or something like that, kind of right before, and then kind of drink the protein shake during, just so we're not breaking down what we're trying to build up during the workouts. So fasting, you know, like I said, the biggest reason I do it is I feel good when I do it. Not a very scientific answer. In terms of, you know, what it does for the body, you get a lot of good hormonal benefits from it. Obviously, you get into a greater fat burning state when you fast. And there's some other kind of like anti-aging benefits with it as well. The body just seems to respond well, for us as humans at least, to occasionally put the food down and not eat for a little bit. You know, it's not something I would recommend right away to someone. I would say you probably want to get used to eating good foods first, and get it, you know, understand what it means to eat healthy before you switch to fasting. Otherwise, it can lead to some interesting eating patterns. The biggest thing I got from fasting, though, is I realized now what it means to actually be hungry versus you're just bored and you want to eat. So in terms of managing hunger, you know, it's been really effective that you kind of learn I actually need to eat versus I